Hey everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Ranked Review. As always, thank you for all the love, support, the feedback in the comment sections. All of that's been great. You know, I make these to try and help other Falcos improve, but it feels good to hear that you guys are getting value out of this too. And you know, even sometimes I even learned something. In the last Ranked Review, had a discussion in the comment section, and I was learning some stuff. So keep participating in the comment section, join my Discord, talk about Falcos, save states, improving, all that stuff. Okay, so we'll start with the rating between the last session and this one. So from episode 2, we ended at 2550.2, gained 26.4 points in this latest session, and ended up at 2576.6. So another pretty sizable gain in rating. You'll notice that we played 11 sets this time. The reason for that is I do try to keep it to 10 sets, but during one of the sets I was actually game 3 with a really good Peach player, and apparently their Slippy crashed or something. They added me in Melee Online, and unfortunate, it's gonna happen, but you know, we'll take the handful of points we got from that and move on. But it hadn't come through yet, and so I hadn't, you know, I thought I had played I thought I hadn't played 10 yet, because the thing told me, you know, oh, you've only played 9 sets. So I played one more, and eventually the points came through, and then it showed me that I had played 11. So you guys, we get an extra set this time around. So I thought this would be, I don't know, interesting, funny to share with you guys. So I have one of these fitness ring things. I guess they're kind of trendy right now. I wear it all the time, including, you know, while I work out, while I sleep. It's actually pretty cool. I found it useful. Just taught me some stuff about, you know, my sleep and all that stuff. But anyway, I was wearing it the day of this rank session, and I thought it'd, you know, it'd be funny to point out that, like, this little block here you see highlighted is my heart rate during this rank session. So relatively pretty high for sitting in a chair playing a video game, right? I thought it was pretty funny to point out, just because, like, you know, these are like make-believe MMR points. You know, they don't really mean anything. It's not like I'm sitting at a tournament trying to, like, play for money or ranking or anything. This is purely online, and, like, my heart rate obviously tells a different story. You know, like, I still care about performing well in these games. So I thought that was pretty cool. And just for comparison, this, like, these spikes over here, this is from I was weightlifting earlier in the day, so pretty hilarious that it's almost comparable. And you know, compared to, you know, me playing Melee and playing rank sets, it's pretty similar to my heart rate while I was weightlifting. It's so similar that my ring actually, like, if you notice, there's like this highlighted area here. If it's highlighted like this, the ring thinks you're actually exercising. So it thought I was in the middle of a workout, and that's why it's highlighted like this. And you can see, like, my workout earlier is highlighted, and these must have been some walks I was taking or something, but it very clearly thinks, like, thought I was doing something intense. So thought that'd be funny to share with you guys. So during this session, we got a lot of Spaceys. I've only got a couple clips of Spaceys, but it was like 4 or 5 Falco dittos in a row from what I remember, which is, you know, everybody always talks about Slippy and online Melee being flooded with Falcos, but until this session, I hadn't really experienced a ton of Falco dittos. Eventually, the law of averages came around, I guess, and we got a bunch of dittos in a row. So the first thing I'll say about this Falco, we actually ran into each other a couple times, I think, and I thought it'd be funny to show you guys. How I ran the replay through the Slippy Enforcer, which is just like, it tells you if somebody's on Nerfware or not, if they're on a box, and you've been caught, my friend. I caught you. They're missing the box travel time nerf or whatever. I don't care a whole lot. I just thought it was funny because, like, I had a feeling while I was playing. I was like, something feels different about this box player, and it's interesting that, like, you can get so in tune with your character and your movement that you can see when something's a little different than usual. So anyway, I thought I'd share that. And I don't know, like, I don't know if I could verify the accuracy of the Slippy Enforcer entirely. Like, for example, sometimes it'll say my controllers failed the, like, SCI nerf test, which doesn't make sense. I'm using the Nerfware. I've talked to some of the people who've made it a couple times, and I guess it's kind of buggy. Who knows? Maybe that's what's going on here. And to be clear, like, I don't I don't think this would have made too much of a difference. I just like noticed something, you know. I thought it was funny that I could like pick it out, you know. And this game kind of starts off with a banger. I'll let you watch it first. So they try to get us with the like Shine Stall thing, and we read a slide up in the end, so that's pretty cool. But for those of you who have ran into this, I don't even know if I'd call it cheese necessarily, but I guess in chess, I feel like you'd call this an opening trap almost. Like in theory, it shouldn't work, but if you're not ready for it, you can get in trouble sometimes. So if you want the advice here, if you're running into people that do the Shine Stall at the beginning a lot, I feel like mostly it's Fox players that do it. I don't think I've ever experienced a Falco player doing it, but first time for everything, I guess. So the secret is you low laser and then jump over it, and then you do a high laser. And what happens is they'll be stuck in the reflections. I wouldn't call it stun. There's like lag when you reflect any projectile while you're in Shine. You jump over it and they're stuck in it for a bit. Once they're out of it, a lot of people, they default to jumping out of this when they're given the opportunity. I guess that's the trick, is like you like get hit by a reflected laser and then they jump out and then they're fine or something. But you guys can steal this. I like to do a low laser, jump over it into a high laser, and what happens is you create this like ceiling, and they jump into it almost every single time, and you at the very least will get some pressure, kind of like I did here. Sometimes you can straight up like get an opening. You can even like skip the high laser sometimes. Like if you're close enough, you can actually like just nair and try and read that they're gonna jump out of this. This is a little too close. I probably could have like naired from here maybe. No, I think I like that I did Shine, but anyway, that's the trick. You can like, or that's the way to defeat the opening trap. You can low laser, high laser. I'm sure there are some other mix-ups where they like, some people can somehow wave dash out of the Shine Stall, but I doubt it. And then the punish is like, well, I guess before even the punish, we read this rule. I don't know if I love the timing of this dare, but you know, like if you look here, this is the problem with doing these early dares versus you know, really anybody at really low percent, is if you look at the red Falco, he's actually actionable before I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like for all of these frames, I could have been shined if they just like mashed it, and that's just because I've gone for a downer at that's like really low percent while doing it rising or like too high rather than late or I guess on the way down. So just beware. I think I kind of got away with one here. It was probably just a poor reaction of the roll, but we kept going with some pressure. I don't know if I like wave Shine through in this spot. Maybe I expected to hit the Shine for some reason. But this is like a really interesting like dash back in, jump Shine, waveland after, kind of Kalindi-esque. Again, it's like pseudo pressure. I don't know if I necessarily love this for me. This is one of those spots where, and I was actually talking to somebody about this recently, where if you want to dash back and hit this person with a Shine, I don't think you have time to running Shine. And what I mean by that is like you have to enter run after a dash before you can actually click Shine, and that takes some time. And so by the time I would have entered a run out of this dash and had the ability to click Shine, I think this person would have jumped out of here in time, or done their own Shine out of shield or something out of shield. And so one of the things you can do is either this dash jump Shine like I did, so that you can shine earlier, right? You don't have to wait to enter run. You can do it during your dash instead, or during your jump after the dash. And that's what I did here. Or if you're like really technical, you can do a JC Shine. So in your dash, you jump and then cancel it with a Shine, so that you hit the Shine a little sooner. You have a Shine hitbox out a little bit sooner than if you waited for your jump squat to entirely finish and then go like fully airborne. Hope that made sense. It's a little complicated. Might not even be using the terminology correctly, but anyway. So we do a dash jump Shine, hit the waveland after, standard pillar. And listen, I don't know if you guys are gonna believe me. I had a feeling this Falco was gonna slide off here, and I like don't know how real reading this is. I feel like a lot of people mash Shine out of this slide off. At least Fox players do. They're like trying to shine you off stage. And I've hit this before where like you hit them out of the Shine afterwards. I don't know. Of course, they could have just like double jumped out of the slide off, and then they would have been fine. But let's see, how close was it? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they very well had time to double jump out. But you know, if they're not entirely certain, we have to go for some sort of read here if we're going to try and punish a slide off. So I think this is like semi reasonable. Who would have guessed another Falco Fox FD game? And maybe I need to make an effort to swap up which stages I play versus Fox in this matchup, because this is the one set we lose out of the session. And you know, no offense to this person or anything, but they're diamond. This might have been the lowest MMR person I fought on the day. So that was pretty brutal in terms of points loss and things like that. And you know, again, I'm just talking to you guys from my personal experience. I'm not trying to make excuses or Johns or whatever you want to call it. I'm just speaking from you know, my perception and how I felt playing the set and how I felt before or after all that. Again, I mentioned in the previous rank review this concept of like just being focused. The last session was more about like, oh, I need to lock in fast. Like, I'm already losing. I'm already behind. This is a matchup I haven't played in a while, all this stuff. And then we kind of like, that was our warm up. And then we finished out the rest of the session. We kind of had a different sort of focus issue with this set, I think, which is like, okay, I was thinking about how the previous session, we had a slow start. Let's try to like hit the gas right away, be locked in instantly. Let's you know, let's not wait to turn it on, right? And that was the case for a while. This time the lack of focus came in the middle of the session. So you know, at the start of these types of sessions, I like feel pretty motivated. I'm like, okay, sweet, let's start a rank session. I'm excited to play these games. And then after like 4 or 5 sets, I can't help but think sometimes like, oh man, I've got another 4 or 5 more to go. Like, this is kind of exhausting, frankly. You know, it's tough to stay focused, but I got to keep going. And, you know, sometimes you'll have like back-to-back opponents who aren't as high MMR as you. And then, you know, you kind of like mentally check out a little bit because you're like, oh, I don't need to use all my energy. Like, this person's not as good, blah, blah, blah. And that can hurt you, right? And I think that's kind of what happened here. I sort of was dropping focus. I believe this FD game is game 2, and I lose games 2 and 3, I want to say. Game 1, I think, was like not close from what I remember. Like, it was, I don't remember being very engaged, or if it was close, I don't remember feeling like I was ever in trouble. So, you know, that lack of focus can surprise you at any time, right? Whether it's at like the beginning or the middle of the session or whenever. So, you know, kudos to this person for beating me, of course. But again, it's one of those things where like, it's a lesson to me to be more focused and do a better job of that, more so than I think like things in the game. And of course, there are things we'll see here in a moment that are like, you know, I could have certainly done differently and would have changed the course of the game. A lot of it had to do, I think, with dropped edge guards and my own poor recovery. So you'll see that here in a sec. So for this first clip, I actually just want to talk about the neutral opening first. So we've seen this situation before a lot, right? Where, you know, we've talked about Fox's double jump mix-ups out of the full hops and how we should maybe try to play aggressive to some degree on Fox's landings. A lot of them tend to drift back from these spots, but this guy actually, you know, it clearly drift forward, something a bit more aggressive. And this is the risk you run for trying to fight against, you know, drifts back or even in place from these double jump mix-ups. So you can't always aggress onto those landings. You have to respect Fox doing this sort of stuff from time to time. And this is obviously very punishable with things like dash dance, with punishes like with grabs or even backflip aerials, or up tilting in place would have been another way to combat this. So, you know, it sucks that we didn't catch on to this. I think we, well, I guess it's a mix up at the end of the day, so maybe we can't beat ourselves up too much. But I think important to remember that there are a few layers to this mix up you see here, right? It's not one dimensional. They do overextend, and we get this shine out of shield. And very important, I don't know how many of you do this. When you shine out of shield, try not to, well, instead of a negative, I'll frame it in something you should do. You should wave land in the direction that you've hit the opponent, right? So just like wave shines, when you shine somebody on the right, you want to wave shine, or you want to wave dash to the left, and vice versa. If you shine them on the left, you want to wave dash to the right, in most cases. The same applies to getting shines out of shield. So I think a lot of people will do this jump shine and then wave land down, just because it's easier to execute. But if you wave land down here, I think it's near impossible to get a follow-up for this. Because what happens is they'll YOLO something like a dash tech here, right? And then they'll be like, uh-oh, I've hit my opponent's shield. I got to DI away in case I get shined out of shield. And so if you don't do this little wave land forward out of your jump shine, out of shield, you'll have a tough time covering DI away in these spots. So luckily we do execute it. And just to describe it one more time, you shine out of shield, right? You jump out of shield, then shine, jump cancel the shine, and air dodge forward, right? You do a little wave land rather than wave landing straight down. And something I'll say too is you can, if they hit the back of your shield instead, and you need to wave land backwards out of the shine. I'm actually not sure how like consistent you can be at that. I haven't practiced it enough though, so take my word with a grain of salt on that. But if you're facing forward, on the side that they hit you, definitely try to wave land forward when you can. So we do this weak bear, turn around down smash, and then drop the edge guard. So let's talk about this. We've talked about this position a lot, right? It's maybe not like where it usually is. Usually I feel like it's over here after a pillar, and the percent is usually a bit different, but the mix-up is still here, right? This person has to respect whether or not we're going to do, a strong move or a weak move to try and combo. And if you look at the stick over here, it starts with DI away, and then there's this kind of like fear, I think, of a strong aerial. And so that's why they swap to DI in, or even like a run crouch forward smash. I'm not sure we would have had time to run crouch forward smash. They seem a bit high for that, but we definitely could have done like a strong aerial of some kind. Sorry. So after the weak AC bear, this is our mix, right? Instead of doing the strong aerial and trying to get them off stage, we happen to get our read correct, and we get a combo extension. And so now this seems like a really good spot to end it. You could like up tilt out of this, or do a down tilt or something, I guess. I think I said it in the last video, if you have the opportunity to down smash, an opponent who's like in this kind of area and they're going to end up off stage from it, you probably should do it. So I think it's a pretty good mix up. And like down smash's trajectory is just so it's so good for you. And I think this was like pretty good DI, right? If we watch it one more time. Yeah, like up and in, and they still end up so low. So definitely try to look for those down smash finishes when you can. Edge guard, of course, could have been a little bit better. I think we could have just like held ledge and then waited to see what the angle was. We maybe could have just grabbed ledge right away if I watch it one more time. Like, we probably should just go for ledge now instead of this empty short hop we did. I don't know why I did that. In case a side B happened, like we needed to get to ledge in case they side B'd. They might still be too low for the side B. It's hard to tell. Either way, I think our ledge grab timing could have been a little different, but and it would have been easier to cover this sort of recovery, or the angles of recovery from this position. But even with the timing we grab ledge, I think we should have been fine to just hold it. If they go up, then we like let go of ledge, jump up air, and if we see the straight angle, we could just like roll up. Pretty sure. We also, I think, could have just like I said, if we grabbed the ledge a little bit at a little bit different timing, we'd already be shine stalling right now, and then this double jump bear would have actually hit. But again, we might just be overcomplicating the edge guard. Might even just be dead to a roll up with all angles. It's kind of hard to tell from Fox. I feel like part of me thinks this angle might get him to stage, but I don't know for sure. And maybe that's why this is kind of ambiguous. We certainly don't need to get hit by side B from ledge. So this is the type of stuff where like, we win these mix-ups like this, and then we should have a pretty confirmed kill, and then somehow we end up getting punished off of it, and then this is how you lose sets, So definitely a few mistakes we could have done. We could improve upon for next time. And seeing stuff like this, I think this is pretty emblematic of why we lost the set. So here's another cool clip, just to kind of pair up with the mix-up we played during our last punish. So we get this up tilt and then a tech chase shine and run crouch forward smash. I know you guys have seen it before, but I just want to reiterate the point of how important mixing it up is and being aware of what kind of DI your opponent's tending to choose. So we do the up tilt, we get this tech chase shine, and then, you know, last time, if you remember, we got them to hold in last time, and they actually swapped to it last minute. This time they trusted in holding out, and it did not pan out for them. So nice kill there. So here's the end of the game-ish, and I just want you to look at this kind of punish thing and dropped edge guard and just talk a little bit about like that was the set right there. You're up a game, Joey. You've got Fox literally off stage, below the ledge here. This should just be a suicide dare, but instead, I think we're kind of like, you know, oh man, they were last stock all of a sudden. Like, what happened? I thought we were destroying this guy, blah, blah, blah. I think it was it 3 stocks to 1? 3 stocks to 2. Okay, never mind. But anyway, so if you look back at the punish, I think this is good. This like whiff punish, I don't even know if you call it a whiff punish, but we beat the get up attack. We punish it with this run and shine. I think I might have liked wave shining down. This is a weird spot because like typically I would rather hit a down tilt when we're right up against the corner versus Fox, right? But it's one of those spots where you couldn't have hit a down. We were doing like run shine. I guess maybe we could run crouch down tilt. I don't know if you have time. My instinct is to shine there, so I think it's reasonable to I think most of the time you'd shine in a spot like that, so I think it's reasonable that I did it. But maybe just a wave dash down so we're not in this like spot here instead. I don't know. It's probably still fine. But I think we should have just like, I don't know, ripped a forward smash or something. Like, if you can put a spacey off stage at any percent, sometimes you just like, a lot of the time you just should, right? Like, what about a forward smash right now? Obviously they're holding in, but there's a chance we get a kill off of it. So instead we go for this dare that doesn't combo. I think maybe out of hesitation, there's like a little bit of a delay here if you saw, and then we did like short hop delay down air for some reason. Maybe we're meant to like dash nair here. Oh, dash nair down smash I think is actually like, that's what Mango would do here, you know? But if we labbed it out like a nair, like a run in nair, they're holding in. If they hold out, they're off stage. If we nair, they hold in. I bet we even might we might get like an edge cancel double jump down air. Maybe we should lab that. So either way, we went for a down air here instead, and obviously not executed properly because the opponent got their shield up in place. But you know, I'm just noticing like we should not have gotten away with this down tilt, but they're just kind of mashing grab. And I noticed like watching back the set, this Fox is doing a lot of like just kind of like YOLO options, honestly, like just random dash attacks out of a disadvantaged position. I saw like a full hop, instant double jump, instant aerial out of the corner once when I was like here, and I just went for a read on the full hop double jump, and I happened to get hit by the aerial or the double jump aerial that would just get him killed if I was doing anything else. So some unfortunate stuff happened that, you know, that can happen out of people mashing, but sometimes like mashing doesn't really pay off all the time, right? Like sometimes you'll get punished for it. So maybe something we should have thought about more during the set, that they were kind of like antsy, I guess. To be fair, they probably all they had to do was grab a little bit sooner here and they would have been fine, just because I picked a bad option. But normally you're not supposed to get a grab there. So we get this down tilt. The nair is interesting here. I think I would prefer a weak nair. Preferably would do a weak nair here so that if they held in, it combos into something. But I guess that's the trade-off, right? If they hold out, we would rather hit the strong aerial, or maybe you'd rather, I think if we're going to re-DI away, we just down air here, right? Because if they hold this way, they just end up down here. I think nair is like okay. Wonder if there's an argument to up tilt here instead. Probably not, because what'll happen is if they hold in, they end up back over here, and then we're giving them all the access to the stage to DI to and play defense from, rather than eat mix-ups that might get them killed. Don't really think I like up air here out of this down tilt. Yeah, it's tricky. I don't think I like shine. It's kind of the same problem as the up tilt. Yeah, I think we just play like a weak nair versus strong nair mix-up here. Like that seems okay, because if we weak nair and they hold in, it combos into a down smash or forward smash, pretty sure. Something. And then if they hold out, they end up out here. Again, maybe dare would be better for if we think they're going to DI out rather than strong in air, but I think you have an argument for both. Decent lasers, and then yeah, this should just be it, man. Like as soon as I see this, it's like, it's go time, right? Get out there, Joey. This is, I've noticed I just have like, I don't have a habit of this, like going out there and set confirming, you know, like you've won the set at this point if you're the Falco player and you feel confident in your execution. But I think I like hesitated a bit, and so I don't even get like a decent edge guard either. Like I think even without going for the suicide dare, I think you have a pretty good chance of killing this fox at this point with like some sort of shine bear, something like that. But instead we like end up in a weird spot, and then we go for this up air, and now like you're begging to like lose the game now, right? You've like given Fox back the stage. He gets to play all his mix-ups now. He gets to tech roll away and not play all his mix-ups, but he gets to get back to playing the game with us. So I just judging that last chunk of interactions, I'm not surprised I lost, you know, not only the game but the set. And then this is game 3 of the set, and man, honestly, I can't even really watch this. Like it's pretty painful if I'm being honest with you. You can see what happens based on the stock counter, but you know, we get a decent punish at the beginning. We manage to get an up tilt shine while Fox doesn't have a double jump. Opponent doesn't realize they don't have a double jump, and we kind of get a freebie. And we manage to not only throw away like a clean stock lead from here, but like a 3-1 lead later in the game. Obviously, we're a higher percent, and that's its own, you know, I guess it's half a stock, maybe, I guess you could call it. But either way, this should be done and dusted, right? Game 3, like, we're up this huge amount. And like I mentioned earlier, I think this sort of stuff is like, you can have these sort of focus traps where you're like, okay, yeah, they got a game on FD. I dropped a bunch of punishes and edge guards. Of course, they get a game sometimes. You know, we're going to clean up game 3. And okay, we're up 3 stocks to 1. Should be no problem. We can kind of like mentally check out now. But, you know, people are killers, dude. Like, this stock should be somewhat easy to clean up at some point if they can get if they can find some sort of opening. Like I mentioned earlier, remember these sort of like YOLO options, like dash tech, please something hit, and me just not really paying attention to it. Like, what did I do? I dash dance. I think at these higher percents, I just need to be shielding more often. People are going to hand you these openings. I mean, I literally, one of the last clips we looked at was me shining out a shield, a dash tech, right? So that could have been the set there if I'm a little more aware of like, okay, at these percents, Fox is just trying to hit you with anything, right? So maybe be willing to shield a little bit more in these tighter spots. And like, I don't even have much to say in terms of analysis for the rest of this. Like, I'm just going to tab through it because like, this is just fear at this point, you know? As weird as that sounds, like, man, it feels strange to say out loud, to be honest with you guys. Like, what the heck do I have to be afraid of? Not from like oh, I'm so much better perspective. Not that at all. It's like, I don't understand. Like, I don't really have anything to lose per se. Like, these videos are predominantly just to like help others improve. And of course, there is a side benefit of it gives me motivation to try and get better too. You know, since I'm not traveling to tournaments or anything. But nothing in there is like, there's nothing I'm scared to lose in there. Yet for some reason, my gameplay tells me otherwise. You know, like, look at this horrible recovery. This is a bit of a mix-up, I suppose. This should just be sweet spotted. Like, it's just not sweet spotted for some reason. I'm like messing up execution. Yeah, I don't know. It's strange to watch myself, and like, I feel like I'm almost watching somebody else playing the game. All of a sudden, it's the last stock, and it's just like, we get an opening, we don't convert, we get them off stage, we don't punish, we're doing all sorts of weird extension attempts, and Wispy's blowing, we're dash attacking for some reason. Like, Fox off stage again from this forward smash. I don't know, man. Honestly, shameful, like, to watch myself the way I'm playing. So, I mean, I don't want to beat myself up too much. Let it be a lesson, right? Like, oh, even some of the stuff we caught earlier in the game, I think, like these full hop forward, full hops or double jumps out of full hops with drift forward have been seen already, right? And we clearly haven't acknowledged them if we're still getting hit by them. Was that an up tilt at the time? Maybe we did, and it was just late. Yeah, I did try to up tilt. You can see with my inputs and character model, but we don't have time at this point. So like, it needed to be dash back then up tilt, not dash back short hop and then try to up tilt out of it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just scared getting away with spot dodge shines. This is just a down smash, and I think the set's over. You guys think this hits? No, I don't think that. I don't think a down smash is hitting here. To me, this should have just comboed into a kill. Maybe it's slightly too high percent, or maybe it's the DI like straight left. But that's where like up air becomes more powerful, and we might have been able to even like run off down air. Yeah, I feel like a runoff down or just sending it again. Like, should have no fear, just end the set. Or if we're scared of that, like run off fast fall fair, and that at least hits them, and we get an edge guard. But yeah, like look at this. I'm just double jumping around, coming down with a really greedy laser, just like full hopping, getting hit by roll shines. Somehow we're off stage now. At least we hit the shorten. We're side being full hop back here. We're laser rolling as corner pressure. Yeah, I'm just showing you this, guys, just to like, you know, it's important for me to humble myself a little bit, of course, and see what it's like when I'm afraid, right? Like, of course, there's not a whole lot of. I take it back. Loads of stuff I could get from these games. I think loads of actionables I could try to improve on. But I do think the biggest piece of it is like seeing the cost of letting my focus and my concentration wane. You know. So anyway, we'll watch the rest of this. I'm going to speed through. It's just so many ways we could have ended this set, and it's just like panicky melee at this point. How did that down smash hit me? What is this? I like got shined. I rolled in down smash. Okay, fair enough. I should be dead here. Surely that was a missed up air, right? Like this is spaghetti melee at its finest. Yeah, that looks like look at the opponent's C stick. Oh, they went up and then left, thinking they must have tried to back here. Yeah, and so now we're here, and I'm full hopping and. They get a grab, and I tournament winner. Oh, what happened here? Wispy's blowing me. Why did I roll? This is just painful to watch. Let me see what happened with my input. So I'm holding forward. I'm like holding up and forward with my shield. Still holding forward, and then I flick back for some reason, and then down. Oh, I must have tried to shield drop and then mess up the input, so then a roll. Okay. Fair enough. And then, yeah, your roll is going to get punished here. So, man, that's a painful one to watch. But I'm glad we did. It's good for me to, you know, you can't only win sets that you have an MMR advantage of on people. Like, you still got to take every set seriously. So, it's a lesson. So, for the next few clips, we've got a lot of Falco Marth games. And it's actually, I played this Marth twice during the session. And somehow we played 4 games on FD. I don't know how that happened. But it did. So, I think I've got some interesting stuff to show you from it. But the first clip I want to show you, funny enough, is just I lose this game from this miss. Well, it's not the only reason I lost, but I mess up the literally the save state pillar, like the pillar or the pillar I practice a million times, and I have lots of save states for, something I pride myself on executing really often and consistently. And I mess up the inputs. If you look at my controller on the right, yeah, interesting. So it must have not. I wonder if it's because I was holding back. So in the moment, I assumed I hit up and down on the C stick at the same time. And if you input a C stick input, like any one of the aerials from there, and you jump on the same frame, whether that's with the stick or the one of the jump buttons, the C-stick aerial will take priority, so you just won't double jump and you'll just fall to your death, basically. So you have to be pretty tight and precise. And that's what I thought happened here, but instead, if you look, I was holding back, I guess, while I press up on the stick. And it must have... I don't know if I'm still in the end lag from this first dare, and that's why the double jump didn't get red, or if it's because I was holding back then up so that it wasn't a straight up and then I don't get a double jump. I assumed that one of the horizontal directions plus up still gave you a double jump. I could be wrong on that. I should probably test it out, because I do that before there's a, you know, I go up and then hit the C stick. So it's not the overlapping inputs problem. It's something else. So it's either that I didn't wait long enough for the dare lag to finish, or I guess holding a horizontal direction plus up doesn't necessarily lead to a jump. I'll have to test this out. So anyway, we lose this game because of that. And I showed you that on purpose first, because the next game I hit this. And so, well, first of all, I know you're thinking, Joey, why did you counter pick FD after losing on FD game 1 versus a Marth? In a vacuum, I probably wouldn't do that, but I think I had just come off the loss versus this Fox, and I was maybe not all mentally there. That's all I'll say. And so I was willing to maybe go back to FD, and I felt confident playing on the stage. So, and as you can see, it's good to be confident, right? Like anybody can hit their really difficult to execute punish in Uncle Punch by themselves, right? Somebody can maybe even hit it in a tournament set one time, you know? But what about that person who missed it, literally lost a game because of it, and is presented with the opportunity to do it again? Do you go for it? Do you doubt your tech skill, or do you believe that, like, you know, I can make mistakes? You know, just because I trip doesn't mean I can't walk, right? So, you know, I think pretty cool to have faith in myself despite having literally just lost game one to this exact flubbed execution. So pretty cool, I think, right? So yeah, we go for it, and then I just wanted to look at the inputs for it because I'm curious. Okay, so this time, interesting. So I think we can wipe the theory that going full left or full right while pressing up, so going left or right and up at the same time does still give you a double jump, because it looks like that's what happens here. I must have just done it too early in the first clip then, right? That's the only explanation. Otherwise, I would have when I say I did it too early, I must have not let the downer leg finish, like the full animation. The only other theory I have is that, like, maybe the input fuzzing is somehow taking me out of tap jump range. I don't know. That seems kind of far-fetched, but either way, we hit it this time, and the recovery, pretty cool to me, I think, to be able to I guess rebound from the mistake in the game previously. Really quick, just wanted to show you guys the consequence of not paying attention to respawn ports. I believe I mentioned it in the first rank review. You know, you can tell which side your opponent is going to spawn on, and I think using, you know, having good invincibility defense, a good piece of that is recognizing where your opponent's going to spawn on their invincibility. So, you know, if the roles were swapped, the Martha spawning here, and you know, if I was the Marth player, I'd be checking to see, oh, okay, my opponent's in port 2, they're going to spawn on the left side of FD. I got to get over here, right? Not, you know, on their side that they're going to spawn. Typically, you don't, like, literally get a kill off of it. Normally, you'll just, like, sacrifice a bit of space on the stage or eat some sort of mix-up that gets you hit. You don't necessarily die right away. But we do, like, win another mix-up. Or we just have to win one mix-up and it gets us a kill. The Marth did not have to go to, like, they didn't have to refresh at this point. They could have just, like, rolled up. But, you know, the mix-up could have been we go to center and read the Marth trying to escape out of the ledge and going this way. So it's a mix-up here, and basically what I'm trying to say is you don't have to be in a position to play this mix-up this quickly or this early in your opponent's invincibility defense if you're just a little aware of the ports. So good on me for recognizing that my opponent didn't play the invincibility defense properly, and we kind of steal a stock. So I like the punish in this next clip. Let you watch it first. You get an up throw, shark a bit, and get this kill. So pretty nice, and kind of came out of nothing. We get some good recovery here, and these double lasers, I think maybe could have been a little bit lower. Kind of hard to tell with the R-wing angle and everything, but they look pretty low to me. I think we would have hit a crouching Marth. If we hit a wave dashing Marth, surely we hit a crouching Marth, and that's kind of the goal of your low double lasers, right? So looks pretty good. Marth did try to mash a down tilt out of the laser stun, and we were fast enough here to get a laser grab out. Or I guess double laser grab out. Up throw, we go for this, like, full hop up air because of how the Marth DI'd it. I think it was reasonable to go for this. Like, either falls onto it, right, or double jumps out. We get him to burn a double jump. And I think most of the time it's probably advisable to just, like, drop after this. Just get out of the way, because I do think there's a chance you can get punished for still trying to get ahead, even though you haven't really earned one. But we go for this back air after. I think if he, like, side Bs, that's the only thing that gets him out of this. Marth fell a little bit, and that's how the bear comboed, or not comboed, it connected. I think if they side B, they probably stay, like, here, and then we back air, and then we maybe eat, like, a Marth aerial on the way down. I don't think it's the end of the world from there, but ideally you don't put yourself in positions that leave you likely to get reversal, but sometimes it's good to go for these reads, right? Like, if you know this person's the type to, like, double jump out and then kind of just fall without using their side B, maybe it's worth going for these types of mix-ups sometimes, because then you get in these types of situations, right? where you position for this. Oh, I wonder if a fair might have hit if they timed it a little earlier. Because my goal here was to shoot a high laser, like as high of a laser as possible, to try and get it to combo into like this up tilt. And I don't even know if this laser, it probably could have been higher, honestly, because we fast fell a little bit earlier than I think I should have. If you notice here, laser, and then we fast fall a couple frames, and then it comes out. We maybe could have shot it a little higher, and then we don't have to worry about any of these fair mix-ups on the way down, but we got away with it anyway. I do think maybe the Marth could have fared like started it earlier and then hit us like at this point here, but it's hard to know for sure. And again, it's a mix-up. Like if we don't do that exact thing and they whiff fair early, then they're in big trouble on their way down. And a lot of Marths, I think, try to delay the fair as long as possible, and it gets them hit in the end here. So yeah, we get the up tilt after, and then this is just a dead Marth. So pretty nice. Again, like I've yapped about it in all the rank reviews, I think, how good Falco throws are. Gotta do them. Gotta do them. Sometimes they just give you kills like this. So this is game 3 of the set. I guess the Marth, you know, we played games 1 and 2 on FD, and they wanted to play game 3 on Battlefield. So they counterpicked there. And when I watched this game, it just like oozed confidence. I don't know how else to explain it. The way I was playing, it felt so like comfortable and fluid, and I would love to like channel this type of energy more. You know, we lose a couple stocks in some weird ways, maybe, or lose a stock in a weird way, but that's okay. Like this, I'll let you just watch through for a bit, because honestly, I think the gameplay explains itself, right? Like these different laser timings, the mix-ups and heights, like the Marth just looks so uncomfortable, or laser shining is pressure, punishing nairs. Like this whole sequence just looked great. Like watch this. Again, like somebody who doesn't know much about how melee works or Falco, they're going to be like, oh, you're just shooting a bunch of lasers camping, blah, blah, blah. But like, it's super interesting to me. So I preached to you guys this before, this like full turnaround retreating, this full drift turnaround laser, so that we create space for us to fight Marth in case he YOLOs at us. And this like full drift nair would have very well killed us had we lasered in place. Kill us is maybe a bit of an exaggeration. There's a chance, right? We would have gotten hit for sure. But because I shot this type of laser instead, we create all this space and we kind of pull Marth into us, right? And now he's in laser stun, and we get to set up for a laser in place of some height, some mix-up and timing, something. So like here's Marth trying to power shield. Like, oh, whoops, Falco's not where I thought he was going to be. I got to try and power shield the next laser. We mix up the power shield timing with this high laser. Maybe expected to get a power shield, so tried to wave dash forward into something. I don't know. We very well could have been punished here, I think. Like Marth could have like wave dash forward, smoke forward smash here or something, right? But maybe the timing of the laser threw off the expectation. Like maybe the Marth expected to get a power shield, so they didn't feel comfortable forward smashing. I don't know. They continue to move. We decide to move out of the corner with an approaching laser. We like threaten some more with dash dancing, do another one of these lasers in case he YOLOs forward. We get to pull again. And then I think these are the prettiest lasers. This like set of 3. Oh yeah, they're all different. Look at this. So like here, approaching high laser, right? Good luck power shielding that. Little dash dance. Oh, sorry, maybe not that laser. Yeah, these 3. I'm sorry. All the lasers look good, but like this laser into an approaching laser, it's low, right? We catch him jumping. Next laser's high. Marth's in the air, like, oh, whoops. Getting shot out of the air now. We do a dash dance mix, trying to like, I think we were looking for a take laser fair, right? So here, I think it's fair to expect a Marth to take laser fair here, so that's why we dash back and then come in with an approaching laser. And the approaching laser is really powerful, right? Because if they take laser fair here, right now, once they land, they can either protect themselves with shield or like a dash back, right? And so this approaching laser kind of, it's accounting for those 2 mix-ups, those 2 defensive options. We risk getting hit, I think, with maybe like a land up tilt or maybe a jab or something. Those would definitely be something, those are options that could punish us for this type of thing, just because of the range. We might be able to get there before an up tilt comes out, but I think jab definitely fast enough to hit us. But it's a mix-up, right? Like, I think it's fair to say a lot of Marths are going to dash back out of their landing sometimes, or shield when they're like... I think I just felt really comfortable playing something aggressive here because of, like, just look how shaky the Marth looks from this whole sequence, right? Like, after those 3 lasers, I don't know if I feel confident getting ready to time an up tilt perfectly, and if I mess it up I get punished by some sort of aerial or something, right? So I think reasonable for me to expect here. I've scouted a bit of like shakiness, right, and we can play this really aggressive mix up and go in. So we get this this kill here, nothing special there, but what's really cool to me about this this clip, yeah, just this invincibility defense is so good. So watch it one more time. We again paying attention to the ports, right? We know Marth's going to be on this side of the stage, so let's position ourselves far away. And now we've got some mix-ups we have to play, right? Like we can run forward and get. I think that's why the Marth Fair is here in case we decide to come out of the corner. We could stay here and shield. We could mix up a roll timing out of this. We go to the ledge. I like going to the ledge sometimes. We could use side platform. We could full hop, dash full hop. I think this full hop and like kind of in place option is pretty good because, you know, even if you don't do the side B like I did here, they have to respect it or cover it sometimes. So you can get away with full hopping, not side being. They'll preemptively commit to this, and then you can just land or even drift back to ledge or just land on the side plat. You have loads of mix-ups you can play. So we play good invincibility defense, hit this edge cancel light shield. Marths are greedy, you know, they're going to try and hit you. You're above them on a platform, you best believe they're going to try and swing, right? So be ready to like do this light shield, get pushed off, get some free damage. And this runoff laser is like, it's so aware, man, you know? Because I think a lot of people would, it looks like Marth tries to fair out of the back air. I think a lot of people would maybe like run off down air here, and it just wouldn't necessarily combo into anything. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't get anything of high value if you went for a runoff dare here. And so I think I just like went for this, expecting the Marth to like land shield, right? And then we get to start some pressure. But we like did it so well that we caught him out of the air. Maybe he tried to jump. I don't remember. Let's see. So we run off laser. No, there was a jump. Look at that. So they tried to like double jump fair out of the backer hit stun. But it's just, this like runoff laser looks so good. And then we get this free shine, and we mess up the wave shine, unfortunately. I don't know if that was intentional. Like we tried to short hop. Maybe we didn't. Surely we expect the shine to hit, right? No, we didn't even input an air dodge to try and wave dash or wave land or anything. Like if you look at the blue controller on the right there, I just short hop out of it. Maybe I didn't think the shine would hit for some reason. We thought we'd get they'd like land and shield. Yeah, it's kind of tough to recognize that a double jump happened at the laser, but I don't know. Watching this back, I feel like it's pretty obvious we're about to hit a shine here for sure, and we're not going to start some shield pressure. Either way, we probably shouldn't be short hopping on Marth's shield as shield pressure anyway. Talked about it in the last rank review. But I think if we hit a wave shine here, we get a really nice follow-up of some kind. Maybe like wave lane forward smash, or we could like short up air here, or do a fair. I mean, even this is like, I think we still had time to do a bunch of stuff out of the short hop. Like I think we just like shark with an up air, short up air maybe, or we even might have had time to just jump full hop shine, wave lane down, and then if they DI away, we're like, you know, we get him off stage and we can corner pressure once he goes to ledge. But the fair seems decent. I think there's a way to space and time this to where if they hold in like they are here, you don't end up in this spot where you have a chance of getting hit. Like I think we got a little bit lucky that fair didn't end up hitting us, but yeah, I get a little scared of doing these full hop fairs sometimes, but they seem like such good value if you can execute them properly. Yeah, I wonder if we're meant to like do the full hop fair, don't like full drift forward like I did. It looks like I pulled back out of it actually, probably out of fear of this sort of situation. But initially it's like it's full drift forward. So yeah, I'm not sure what we could have done there differently, but we keep going with some pressure, and you know, it doesn't pan out into too much in the end. But I just wanted to highlight the invincibility defense and the follow-up after. So here's another cool sequence. I think I've noticed at this point that the Marth is like, they really like their full drift forward and airs. Where is it? Right. So there's an air in place. Yeah, this forward drifting nair here. And it was sort of, I guess, televised to me by this nair in place. You almost think like, oh, right, Marth can nair. I should probably like be aware of that. And so I'm ready this time to like do a shield and do something at a shield. I think maybe you should try to shine at a shield if you can instead of shield grabbing. The spacing isn't always there, so maybe that's why I'm inclined to shield grab instead. But this spacing, you definitely could have shined the nair at a shield. And shielding in general, I think, as long as you're like good about not getting shield poked, so not doing it when your shield is low and not angling your shield. I think shielding can be a pretty good tool versus Marth Nair. Looks like I angled it myself here. Maybe I need to be better about my own advice. I think there's a chance we get shield poked here somehow. But we get the shield grab, up throw, up air again. Falco throw is really good. We get this like makeshift punish, but then this like, before I show you the end of the combo, this like call out, right? Like, oh, you're gonna try and like dash back, power shield grab, right? Like, who would have guessed? You gotta punish these Marths for mash and grab. I'm telling you guys, okay? Be willing to send these approaching lasers sometimes, especially these like high like anti-power shield lasers. And it's got a little bit of delay to it too, like just a little timing mix. Like Marth is praying here, frankly, and we punish him for playing like that, right? So we get the shine. And when's the last time you saw a Falco shine up you Marth? You know. Listen, I'm not going to prescribe this as a combo option. I would not recommend it most of the time. I feel like Marth could have just jumped out of this, to be honest. Like, I don't know what was going on here, but yeah, surely if they had time to double jump. I don't know why this worked. They tried to back air instead, but we get away with it. I think it's funny it worked out, so I wanted to show you guys anyway. Okay, so this is the next set, and we start on FD again, of course. And I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend you do... what did I do out of laser stun here? I'm at like 154. I like laser out of stun. Did I say laser stun earlier? My bad. Not what I should have said. But I like laser out of the up tilt hit stun. I don't even turn around out of the laser. I don't even know why I did that. And then we did Shine Saw turnaround double laser back on stage. Mega uber greedy. Do not do that. I got away with it. Maybe it's the percent and my confidence and knowing that they wouldn't like punish me for it somehow. Excuse me, would not recommend it, but we get away with it. We do Shine Bear, do a little bit of sharking, get another Shine Bear, dash tech. All the resources are burnt. We're going to go for it. And of course, early upbeat. Oh, it was almost beautiful. Let you watch it one more time. Shine Bear. They DI out. It's fine. We would have bared them if they held this way. I think maybe we could have Shine Bared a little faster, and then the DI doesn't necessarily matter. Or actually, I think it's the time. You see how low we hit Marth with the Shine? It's not super low, but I prefer, if you're going to Shine Bear someone, you want to hit them up here, not down here. And then it makes this sort of stuff less likely to happen. So yeah. Yeah, I think if we're like really fast too, then we hit them with the bear for sure. But this is still pretty good. I'm a happy camper, I think, with this position, given where we were earlier. And so it's like, okay, I'm gonna come to the ledge, right? I'm like presenting this scary option. Oh, I'm gonna come at the ledge, and you're gonna get hit if you come down here. And then we back up, and they're like, oh, like they saw the dash forward, right? And they're like, oh, I got to double jump out. I bet if we look at the ghost feature, right? See what they were reacting to. So they saw this, right? And they go, oh, I got to get out of here. So kind of interesting, like just your movement can threaten people, you know? And you always want to like cover stage first, right? So that's why I don't overextend to the ledge right away. So we're here. Now Marth burned his double jump, right? And it's like kind of scary, and he's like, oh, I got to come down with something. I'm thinking if they fared... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The thing is, even with a forward air takes time, right? Like it's a fast move, but for the hitbox to be down here, that's like the last few frames of that's the last few active frames, right? So if you can position yourself where like you have a really good back air angle, right? Like this, you'll compete pretty well with Marth aerials. You know, they can time down airs perfectly inside. There's some mix-ups here, right? But we played this like game of chicken where I was like, okay, you burned your double jump. I'm just going to go for this read with this back air. And now it's like money time, right? Like they're probably going to burn a side B or a falling aerial here. So we can just shield, see what happens. Okay, we saw side B, so now we can Shine Bear. They're holding in at this point now, right? Because they've like got no resources. And now Marth just has to fall, right? Like all of this is going to be hit stun. And again, fair starts up here, right? So by the time we get this, if they'd fared, one, I don't think they grab the ledge if they fair. And so if like we don't, let's say we stay here and they fair, they would just fall down here and maybe die anyway to an edge guard. So they're not necessarily like advised to forward air here. And even if they do, I think we hit them with this dash attack first. Maybe 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. It'd be close. I don't know. They'd have to like frame perfect fair, and even then, I think the dash tech at least trades. So pretty good. I do think maybe the up tilt is a little bit too combo video-y. Like maybe we just full hop downer now, you know, or even down here in place. Maybe I don't know if it would have been too slow. Hard to tell. Let's see. Wonder if I could do the math. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was trying to do the math with like dare startup and jump squat, but I don't think it adds up properly here. Pretty sure. Nerds, check me on that. But yeah, maybe we just like turn around back air instead of up tilt, or like forward smash or something. I don't know. Because like if they hold in here, they're dead, of course. But on the off chance they don't, like any aerial would have just killed Marth here. I think. In theory, we like put any hitbox out right now, even like a forward tilt with DI away. They like in theory should just be dead. Up tilt was maybe the easy thing and kind of swag, and I think you'd assume most people are going to hold in. And if they held in here and we up tilted, we just like do full hop back air, double jump back air, and they're dead. But I was like so confident in this. I thought like for sure, Marth like 0 resources at this point. Burned all the side Bs, burned double jump. I thought we could like Shine Saw wait for the forward air, right? Like I kind of expected Marth to protect themselves when they see us do this. Right, because they're going to be actionable before we can actually get there on time. So I kind of wanted to Shine Saw to like bait an aerial out. I did not expect instant up B. My bad. And we should probably be dead here, but somehow we get away with it. So anyway, I think can't remember if we cleaned up the edge guard anyway. Yeah, it looks like they just messed up their sweet spot. Oh man, this just barely misses. Look at Marth's little feet. Falco Shine. So this edge guard probably could have been better. After the drop combo, but they messed up the sweet spot again. That we burned all their resources. Or I suppose, wait, they landed back on stage after side being, so they should have everything at that point. Actually, wait, I don't know how this works. Do you get your full? It's hard to tell from R-Wing, but do they get their full? I don't know if they're getting full side B drift off this, and like delay of fast fall. Like, does just landing get your side B charge back as Marth? I don't know. Somebody tell me in the comments. I'm not 100% on that. Like me, I feel like you have to be on stage for a bit or something. Because what they land... Oh, I guess they never... So they grab ledge, which I'm pretty sure does not give you your charge back. And then they get up attack. So I guess they're not really on stage yet. I don't know how that works. Somebody smarter than me tell me. But I just wanted to show you guys like all this sharking I thought was really good. Ignore this. I'm not a fan of this. But I thought this sharking was really good, right? Like none of this is like true combo necessarily or like combo video material per se, but it's just like consistently pushing Marth up and away, right? Not letting him have the stage. So our last set of the day was against that Falco we ran into earlier. We got a couple of repeats this session, and I just wanted to point out at the beginning of the game, again, this Shine Stall opening trap. Just be aware. But what I really wanted to show you was this punish, so I'll let you watch through first. We get this jump shine, land up tilt, wave land, little bomb soldier at the end, nice and clean. So let's back up here, and first let's start with this opening. So, you know, sometimes the answer in melee is just going faster than your opponent, you know? We very well could have been back aired here, I think, if they were a little faster out of the shield drop, but, you know, we were faster here. We got the jump shine. I think like this person had been doing a lot of they would do this kind of ledge option a lot where they would ledge hop aerial and then instantly fall aerial again, or like try to. And I think like, I don't know, personally, if I'm this person here shielding and I see a Falco here, I'm definitely going to shield drop aerial. Like it just seems so likely to happen. And maybe that's why I shot this laser. I don't even know if I like this laser that much. I think this is frankly a pretty scary spot for me at this point. I should probably just like go to ledge or like roll in or full hop or something. I don't know. But instead I went for the aggro option, which is like racing them, and it worked out sort of. We don't have the cleanest follow-up, but we do get the opportunity. We do have time to tech chase here, I believe. So I get to the tech spot. I do think this is a read. I doubt I reacted here with up tilt to tech in place. It just seemed likely, I guess. I guess I had the read. But ideally, you react to tech in place with something. You could react with up tilt if you're fast enough, and then react to the tech rolls with a forward smasher with some sort of shine. But we make the most of it. We get this read. And what I wanted to point out here was, you you don't actually need to do this runoff wave land here, or like some sort of full hop wave land, and then hope to get some sort of punish. You can do. I'm sure you guys have seen. I feel like Armada was the first person I ever saw do it. Funny enough, with his Falco, although I'm sure. I feel like maybe Frenzy was the other Falco I saw first do it. I don't know, but you can short hop off the Yoshi side plat. You input a downer at like this really precise timing. I don't really know how to describe it. I want to say like the peak of your short hop, and then you short hop off, right? You input down air, and you get this aerial interrupt, and you just warp to the platform. And you're just perfectly positioned to do some sort of tech chase. Instead, I do this wave land, and because I do the wave land, I have a feeling I'm going to be late, and I would have been to try and get a true punish. So I try to do some sort of like pseudo tech chase after, some sort of like wake up read, right? So I go for the shine grab. Very well could have gone against me. There's a lot of things I think wrong with this punish early on in it, so I'm just pointing out what maybe I could have done differently. But sometimes you don't need perfect punish decisions. Sometimes you just like need to know, okay, this person's shielding a lot on wake up. I can get away with this type of mix up, right? And then we have some DI mixes here, and we get the shine up B. So this part I think was pretty clean. So, and again, don't underestimate Falco throws, even in the Ditto, right? Like this happened to combo. I know sometimes I'm sure you've all had it happen where you like up throw a Falco and then they just like teleport away and you get no follow up. And sometimes even you get like reversaled from trying to get a follow up. But sometimes you end up with this DI where like they happen to not get hit by the lasers or something, and it combos well. You know, we read the DI in here. They're probably freaking out at this point after all this nonsense. Again, still DIing in. I do think maybe this up tilt, yeah, you have the option to just back air here. Let me watch one more time. I wonder if you could just like nair here, right? And that might be better than DI. If you think they're gonna DI in, maybe you should just do like a strong aerial here, like nair, and maybe they pop up like here, and then you can land and full hop down there. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to lab it at this percent. Because weak aerial just like it positions them still pretty high and close to the stage, and I would prefer them like here, here, here. Although this might be one of those times where, no, I think they're too high percent. I was gonna say maybe this is one of those times where doing the weak move on DI away actually combos better, where like they end up like here afterwards, and then you just down smash out of it. But I don't think this is one of those spots. So I think this is okay. We're kind of forced to up tilt here. You maybe have a argument to like instantly back air or something, but I think up tilt's okay. And then here's the mix up. So like again, they could have DI'd away on this up tilt, and I think they end up like over here maybe. It's tough to say. Sometimes up tilt has some weird trajectory, but they hold in. And then here's the mix up. We can either like instantly go for bear, assuming they'll like DI away, and you can mix up which direction you hit them on to try and mix their DI. You can even go for shine bear. I think if you're positioned well, you can go for a shine bear a lot of the time, and it's fine. But oftentimes you can't get like the right spacing of it. So like I mentioned it earlier, you want to shine bear, you want to hit the shine higher on Falco rather than lower, or higher on the character model, so that the shine bear is more likely to combo. But oftentimes you should just back air if you're gonna do a shine back air, I think. But shine bear is still good. Sometimes you'll like accidentally mix their DI because like they'll cross up from the shine, and then like the back air will send them the way they're DIing because they went, you know, the shine sent them the direction they were DIing, and then now they're on the other side of the back air, and now they're DIing away, and it gets them killed. So sometimes it works out in your favor. But if you have a read that they're going to hold in, and I was very precise about how I aimed the shine. If you notice, I started on the right side of Falco, right? But we end up hitting the shine on the left side. Because if you look at the opponent's DI, they're holding in, you could say left here, to try and survive. Like, they don't want to end up off stage, right? So they're trying to do survival DI, and they're trying to hold up and in. And so, like, they're expecting you to back air them off this way, right? So they're holding this way. And so if I had shined on this side instead, they just go all the way over here, and then the shine up B won't combo. So you have to be really precise with this sort of stuff. Have a good idea of like, okay, I think like my opponent's on this side of the stage, so they're probably gonna like try to survive by holding in. Let me make sure I hit the shine on the correct side so that I have a higher chance of hitting my up B after. So yeah, and if they had if they had, I mean, the mix up is like they DI right here, right? And then they end up like here, and then you can't reach them with the up B. But if you just back air there instead, they're just pretty much dead. Like a back air at pretty much 100% on bad DI will just probably kill them a lot of the time, or give you a really easy edge guard. So just wanted to walk through that punish. It wasn't perfect, but I thought I had some things we could talk about, try and improve on, and had a nice finish too. And that's episode 3 of Ranked Review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The clips this time weren't as clean. You know, you didn't see any crazy 0 to deaths or anything like that. But I thought there was still a lot of stuff you could get out of it. It felt like I was looking at a lot of clips where I maybe didn't do the correct thing, but I kind of made stuff work. Or I like did part of the scenario like well. I handled part of it well, but not all of it. And so there's definitely some spots where I could have done things differently, and I think it was worth looking at. So I also enjoyed talking about the mentality piece a little bit, some of the focus things, and you know, looking at my heart rate and things like that. Let me know if that's interesting for you guys to see again. I think it's kind of funny. But yeah, just any feedback would be appreciated. If you want to see more just kind of clips that I've shown, or any maybe mention some matchups you haven't you'd like to see clips of, I can maybe try and highlight those if possible. Let me know if you like the mentality conversations, things like that. I enjoy talking about my perspective and where my head's at during the sets too. I think that can be helpful not only for you guys to hear, but also for me to kind of say some of those things out loud. Again, thanks so much for watching. Consider supporting me on Patreon. You get early access to these videos as well as a bunch of other benefits. You can pick up the save state bundles. Those are really awesome. I've used those to improve, and loads of people today are getting value from them as well. So thanks again. See you next time.